Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we're going to be talking about the Book of Boba Fett and a new tease by Ming-Na Wen. As always my dear Megalorians, before we dive into it, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button if you've not done so, and also be sure to give that bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time that I post a new video. So without much further ado and without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So we begin with the Book of Boba Fett, and over the last few hours the fandom has been getting really excited because Ming-Na Wen, who plays Fennec Shand, might have teased something huge. On Instagram she's posted that she's just filmed a promo for the Book of Boba Fett, and that can only mean one thing: that the marketing for the Book of Boba Fett is really going to start picking up over the next few weeks. The big question that this raises is, are we going to get a teaser for the Book of Boba before Disney Plus Day? It seems more and more likely that Disney are not going to wait that long to give us something for the Book of Boba, and we could even be in for our first teaser trailer this month. With the show wrapped up and ready to release in just over 2 months, I don't think Lucasfilm are going to wait until November to start teasing it. That's way too close to the release date. We got our release date and an official poster a couple of weeks ago, and with this new tease from Ming-Na Wen, we might get our first teaser very soon. And if we do get a teaser trailer before November 12th, they're going to save the full-length trailer for Disney Plus Day, along with the Boba Fett special that's going to dive into the legacy of the character. So this is very exciting stuff, and the moment that we do get a teaser, the hype for the series is going to be on a large scale. Now I want to take this opportunity to address a couple of big questions for the Book of Boba Fett that come up all the time, and I've also seen a couple of you guys ask them in the comments down below, so let me address them. The first one is, why is it called the Book of Boba Fett? Well, simply put, just like The Mandalorian, the episodes of the series are going to be listed as chapters. And given the Book of Boba is a spin-off of Mando and will be bridging the gap between The Mandalorian seasons 2 and 3, it's going to retain the book-like style of episode listings. Recently, if you remember, Giant Frickin' Robot reported on a rumour that the Book of Boba Fett is going to start at chapter 17 to remind viewers that this is a continuation of The Mandalorian. But personally guys, I don't believe this rumour. I think they are going to start chapter 1 again to distinguish it as a new show, even if it is going to carry on the story of The Mandalorian. And related to this, another question I've been asked a few times that is worth addressing is, are the rumours of the many cameos true? And I would say a lot of them probably are. From all of the leaks and rumours that we've had for the Book of Boba, it does at times seem like there are too many cameos to fit into one show. But you've got to bear in mind that the Book of Boba Fett is going to be very flashback heavy. They want to draw upon Boba's past, and this is going to include a lot of fan favourites from the original trilogy and the Clone Wars. And as I said, it's a Mandalorian spin-off, so the rumours of Mando characters like Minx Mayfeld, Greef Karga, Grogu and Luke are also pretty reasonable. So I would say it's true that we probably are going to get a lot of cameos, and a lot of them are familiar faces. Just to keep the hype train going, the Book of Boba Fett is exactly 79 days away, and I'll be posting episode breakdowns every single week for every chapter, just as I did for The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch. I can't wait for it, and I hope you guys are hyped as well. I know we've got a lot of Boba Fett fans in this community, and I want you to tell me what you're most excited about for this series. Let me know in the comments down below, is it the cameos, is it getting more Mandalorian content, or simply the fact that we're finally getting a Boba Fett series? For me, it's not only that we're getting more Boba Fett, but it's also how it might make connections to other shows and characters. Fennec Shand in particular comes to mind. She's in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba, but she's also been in The Bad Batch. I would be really interested to see if any mention of Clone Force 99 comes up, whether it's Omega or if there are any surviving members of the Batch. As unlikely as it is timeline-wise, I think Fennec Shand, especially in the Book of Boba, is a great opportunity to give us a little nod to that series. Fennec Shand had many run-ins with Omega and the Bad Batch, and I would love to know what happened to them at that point. They might be saving that info for the Bad Batch Season 2 and beyond, but it would be cool if Fennec Shand mentions them this December in the Book of Boba Fett. Now, we've spoken about the potential of the Book of Boba, especially with all of the legacy behind the character and the numerous comics and novels made about him. But outside of canon, many of those stories are legends, and I think the Book of Boba would be the perfect place to canonize some of those stories. This article puts it best, and they also provide some wonderful examples of how it can be done. So as we know guys, the show promises to follow the journey of Boba after his return in The Mandalorian Season 2. Naturally, just as The Mandalorian brought Clone Wars and Rebels characters to live action, the Book of Boba has the opportunity to bring some non-canon stories back into canon continuity. Although hundreds of Star Wars tales were decanonized after Disney's purchase of Lucasfilm, the 1996 6-book Tales of the Bounty Hunters is a top candidate for reintroduction. This collection of short stories features the bounty hunters who were tasked to hunt down Han Solo in Episode 5 The Empire Strikes Back, namely Boba Fett, Dengar, Bossk, 4-LOM, IG-88 and Zuckuss. The book spins exciting tales, expounds on Boba Fett's backstory and brings depth to characters that we've only seen briefly in live action. Now more recently, the War of the Bounty Hunters comics, which are canon, have introduced some of these fan favourite bounty hunters as well. This book has a lot of content which would be amazing in the Book of Boba Fett. An evident potential source for the Book of Boba would be Tales of the Bounty Hunter's final story, which is called The Last One Standing, The Tale of Boba Fett. While it emphasises Fett's relationship with Han Solo, it does supply tons of backstory for Fett and paints the picture for a post-Episode 6 bounty hunter looking for a last job that could pay for his retirement. Given what we know about the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian Season 2 post-credits scene, this would tie in beautifully. Now, another story that would be really exciting if it was brought into the Book of Boba is Dengar's story from Tales of the Bounty Hunters. Despite being a fan favourite, very little is known about Dengar, but in the story Payback, The Tale of Dengar by Dave Wolverton, it expands upon a long-time rivalry with Boba, as well as giving us some backstory to his cybernetic enhancements at the hands of the Empire. Given that the Book of Boba Fett is set to reintroduce a lot of the bounty hunters that we saw in The Empire Strikes Back, a lot of these stories may have been drawn upon by Robert Rodriguez. He loves the character of Boba and would have done his research thoroughly before writing the show. And given the fact that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are involved in the series, we're in for something really special that will probably do a deep dive into Boba's past. And if you're like me and you're a fan who read a lot of these novels and comics, then we're in for something really special, and I think the show is going to over-deliver. All killer, no filler, as Robert Rodriguez said. This is the way. So my dear friends, what do you think about this and everything we spoke about in today's video? As I say, tell me what you're most excited about for the Book of Boba in the comments down below, and also remember that I'm currently working on a big project that I will be releasing in the build-up to the Book of Boba. I really can't wait till we get our first trailer, and of course on Disney Plus Day, we should be getting a big insight into what's coming up. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and a huge welcome if you are, and also if you're feeling generous and you want to contribute to the channel and also get exclusive videos not found here on YouTube, then the link to my Patreon is in the description. But otherwise, may the Force be with you. I hope you all have an amazing day. I'm Star Wars Meg, and I'll see you in the next one.